Awesome. So tell us more about, so last time you were like, yeah, I made the Scout because I was kind of, I still wanted to do fun music stuff. I wanted it to be hackable. I wanted to play around with programming and Arduinos
Yeah,
and, not be stuck as that 555 timer guy, not be pigeonholed in your musical synth career here.
right. Yeah, last time you had me on a solder
Yeah.
sesh. You put
Yeah.
together the APC,
Mm-hmm.
which is based on the 556, which is two 555s, the old timer chip. We also talked about the Poly 555, which is the instrument that uses 20 555s, blah, blah, blah. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no more 555s.
Yeah.
I don't know, write some code.
Yeah.
Um, I don't remember if I had the Scout done yet or released. I don't remember the timeline.
You
Doesn't
were
matter.
just about to release it. I
Is that
think
right?
you might have held up one and showed it, I think. But yeah, it was like right before you released it.
And the Scout has been cool. It's my best selling kit,
Nice.
and it's fun. I've seen a handful of folks do some very interesting hacks with it.
It seems like I keep seeing on Twitter like some people that are doing that make it make different noises and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So what are some of like the coolest things that people have done with it or like the most surprising things?
The least surprising things are the things that I encourage. Like I've had folks change the octave and glide and stuff, which I hoped would happen. One of the first things somebody so real quickly, the way that this keyboard works is it's a matrix. So there are 20 keys, and instead of using 20 pins in the controller, it uses 9. And the way that it does that is that it makes a matrix of these things, 4 rows and 5 columns or something, or maybe vice versa. And in so doing, it can use 9 pins. This is a total tangent, but the point of the story is that it's wired up like kind of like a keyboard, but it doesn't have it does a weird thing called ghosting, which keyboards do, where if you hold down too many keys, it doesn't really know what you're trying to do. It gets
Yep.
confused. And there are ways to get around that in hardware, but it requires more components. It requires a diode at every switch. And because I was trying to make the Scout as simple as possible, the heuristic I was aiming for is the least amount of time to make music, right? Time to noise. And so I left that out. And so one hacker sent me images of him putting diodes onto every switch so that he could make it do like pseudo poly stuff, pseudo polyphonic, and like arpeggiating through these notes, which is interesting, not very musically useful, but kind of cool. Jason brings up that that Todd Kurt put Mozzi on it, Mozzi, M-O-Z-Z-I. Yeah, he did that. That is very cool. Mozzi is an Arduino library for audio synthesis. There's some hardware hacking that you have to do on the Scout because you got to swap pins, but it's totally doable. And yeah, pretty cool. There, you'll see on the PCB that there's like a row of all the unused pins on the 328, and I think I've labeled it like hacking or something like this. Hack. I'm waiting to see if anybody uses those pins, because it's a lot of like, it's all the vestigial analog inputs and stuff.
Ah, interesting.
We'll see.
All right, we got 4.909 volts. Woo-woo.
Jason continues to ask, has anyone gotten MIDI out of it, if that's even possible? Nobody has yet. I do think it's possible. I'm waiting to see if anybody does it. Yeah, cool. I also had MIDI on the list of possibilities, but I scratched it out because I didn't think it was worth the effort. Definitely a later keyboard out of me will have MIDI.